Nathan Jones right to go?
Yeah, no, he's right to go. Nathan and Bernie, obviously, a couple of experienced players, are ready to go. So, he was pretty close last week, Nath. It was hard to hold him back, but he's 100% ready to go this week.
Was there any thought of Bernie not coming straight back in?
Oh no, he's an experienced player. He's in our leadership group, so he's played some really good footy throughout the year. So bringing him straight back in was always the way we were going to go. He's obviously served his time. He's continually learning about what's right and wrong, and getting on with the job now, playing some really good footy.
Did you have to sort of take him aside this week just to drill that message home again? Because he's a pretty important player, isn't he?
Oh, he's an important player, but he's learned his lesson. He knew straight away on the Monday that he'd done the wrong thing, and he was really disappointed in his actions. So as an experienced player, you don't have to say too much to those guys.
Can they be the difference in really close games, having experienced players back like that?
Oh, they help. There's no doubt about that. Having your leaders playing really good footy is really important to any team. So they play a critical role in the team's performance week in, week out. So to have them both out there is really important to us.
And it seems like this is going to be a match between two of the more up-and-coming, young, brash, midfields, I guess, in the combat. Are your boys really relishing that role? Do they see it from that angle as well? Yeah, we're looking forward to our midfield getting back together. We've probably lacked a bit of continuity in that area of the ground for a number of weeks now, but we've got all our experience back. We've got all our players back in the team, so to try and get some continuity through our midfield and play the way that we want to play is really important. We need to start connecting with Max in the ruck and being proactive around the ball.
What's the mood like been at the club this week? Because it was such an opportunity, obviously, in Hobart that went slipping.
Yeah, the mood's really positive. Obviously we're disappointed as a footy club last week, but we moved on really quickly. We're in a position now as a footy club to continue to improve and develop, and we're in a phase where we've got opportunity, and that opportunity is this week. This game can't let you dwell on what was in the past. We've got to move forward and look at the future, and our future is GWS this week.
Who replaces Hogan?
Look, there's two guys in the VFL that played extremely good footy. Sam Wiedemann and Cam Pedersen both played well. So we're catching up shortly to go through the final details of that, but it'll be one of those two.
Justin Plapp said he was the best big man on the ground, Sam Wiedemann. Is he hard to ignore this week?
Yeah, he's developing really well, Sam. His last 3 weeks at VFL level have been strong. He took 9 marks and had 7 shots on goal. So he's getting very close to selection.
Corey Maynard?
Yeah, Corey will play. He'll debut, which is really exciting for the footy club. He's a Category B player that's come from basketball and really developed nicely throughout the year and played some strong VFL footy. So that's exciting for the footy club at this stage of the year to have a debutant who's worked his way into the team for a number of weeks now is great for our supporters to have a look at. Given
his age, we're seeing Hugh Greenwood do some great things at Adelaide from a similar background. Is he that sort of player that you expect to have immediate impact?
Yeah, he is. He's a really contested player around stoppages and through the midfield. So he's got some great attributes. He's got a mature body, and he's doing some really exciting things at VFL level. So we're looking for seeing that translate as quickly as possible.
What role will he play on the weekend?
Oh, he'll be through the midfield. He's that type of player. We're looking forward to seeing him.
You mentioned Jesse before. How's he pulled up in the last few days? A bit of talk that he could potentially be back for the final should you make it.
Yeah, look, we'll wait and see with Jesse. He's back in the gym training today. So that's the first thing is that he's had his operation. He's back at the club and he's back in the gym doing some lower leg weights and getting himself moving again. So we'll just take that week by week. There's no actual plan for when he'll actually be back, but we're really hopeful that he'll be back. There's no doubt about that.
Does that end of season bye help his chances of a return to finals? That adds an extra week to it.
Yeah, there's a few hypotheticals in that question.
If you remember.
Yeah, we'll just wait and see.
What have you made of GWS? I mean, they're sitting in the top 4, but the last few months they appear to be quite scratchy. They don't seem to be firing all cylinders. What have you sort of made of them?
Yeah, I think in their own words, they probably said they haven't been in the best form. But last week, especially in the second half, I thought they started to work their way back in some really strong form. So we know they're incredibly talented and they play with a real strong physical presence around the footy. So we'll have to be at our best. We know it's a difficult place to play, Canberra, and we're looking forward to getting down there.
You mentioned you had to simplify things in Hobart because of the conditions. Do you expect a similar approach in Manuka Oval?
Yeah, I think the conditions look like they're going to be similar in a lot of ways. So, we got some good practice last week, so we'll see how we go this week.
You met with Jake Lever, by any chance?
Oh, look, I'm going to be really clear on this, that we don't speak about list management in any forum, in contracts. I think it's disrespectful to players and people at other clubs, and it's a policy that we're going to have going through that we're just not going to talk about that stuff in season. Footy season's for footy, and my focus as a senior coach is to focus on this week's game, and that's certainly not our discussions.
I'm interested, before when you say you're focusing on improvement opportunities, that sort of thing. Is there a point where you just sort of flick the switch and go, right, we've got to make finals, we want to make finals, it's all about the now? Is that how it works, or not really?
Oh, this club's worked themselves into a position where we've got opportunity. This club's never been in this position, so we've got growth opportunities staring right at us right now to perform week after week in the next 4 weeks. We can't look too far ahead. We've got to look at this week, and I've said this a lot, it's where you are at the end of round 23 that matters. But we have, as a club, for the first time, put ourselves in a position to get some growth. And we'll see a lot about our footy club and a lot about our players in the next 4 weeks.
Have you had to be wary that players aren't looking too far ahead? As you say, now they've got themselves in that position that they don't look at playing finals footy.
Oh, we're really focused on the week-by-week scenario, Jules. It's where we finish in round 23 will be where we finish. But we've got a great opportunity as a club to develop and grow through this phase, and that's a great position to be in. So we're looking forward to Saturday.
Does that kind of influence whether you go for Sam Wiedemann or Cam Pedersen, given that he's obviously in second or third year?
It has no influence. We pick the best team every week that we think's capable of playing, and age doesn't come into it, experience doesn't come into it, or games played. So we'll pick the best team that we've got available to put on a strong performance.
Being right in the finals, Nick, as you are, does that make the players a bit more excited about this final month? Because it's, as you said, very rare that they've been in this position, but now it's it's like it's on the horizon, I guess, in a way.
I hope so.
I just want to ask you about, given Dangerfield got rubbed out, whether your clubs take any different approach to the way they're tackling, and whether you've got an understanding of what an illegal tackle is.
Oh no, we're really clear that there's obviously tackling technique that we work on, and that. You need to be really cautious about how you finish your tackles. Clearly, those decisions based on outcome, and we want to protect the head. There's no doubt about that. So we focus heavily on our tackling technique and making sure we do it the right way as often as possible.